We now have the Chief Minister of a state which has not reported any COVID-19 cases till now. We're talking about the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Mr. Conrad Sangma, joining us. Thank you so much, Mr. Sangma, for your time. What were the demands put forward by Meghalaya in this meeting with the Prime Minister? Because you have the distinction of being one of the rare states in the country that still, until now, as we speak, haven't reported any cases.
Yeah, basically, obviously this is something that is has to be seen from the national level. But as a state, we have stressed again on the fact that the isolation and the lockdown has worked to a large extent. And I think, at this point in time, allowing any kind of movement or gatherings to take place would really be something that would harm us. So I think as a state, we have been very clear that movement of individuals, across interstate must be stopped. Large gatherings should not be allowed. Schools and colleges should be closed, at least for the next 2 weeks, if not for a month. But at the same time, about 3 days back, I had written a letter to Prime Minister stating that certain activities where local farmers and local laborers and activities like MGNREGA could take place. I think the government will need to balance it out, and I think the Honourable Prime Minister is on the same lines, and I hope that is what the decision will come out.
But the lockdown, Mr. Sangma, of course, has an economic impact, and how are you balancing the two?
You see, at the end of the day, there is no doubt that health is priority. So yes, the economic impact is there, and we are all aware about it. But I think in no circumstances will we compromise on the health aspects. That's number one. Number two, what we have decided is that wherever it's possible for us to give that flexibility without compromising on health, I think we have had enough time to really ponder on that and really analyze it. And I think more or less, I think Government of India and the state government here is very clear that activities like farming with local laborers, activities like local construction, again with local laborers, and activities like MGNREGA, where you involve social distancing and basic hygiene practices, I think could be allowed slowly, because livelihood is important, and I think we need to slowly start getting back into normalizing at least those aspects. But again, I repeat, there cannot be a compromise on the health aspect.
All right. And lastly, Mr. Sangma, I don't want to brush under the carpet the fact that Meghalaya has not reported any cases till now. We do want to commend you on that. Why do you think that is? Is there something in particular that your state is doing, or is it just luck? Could it be the fact that there isn't enough testing, that we don't know that there are people who even could be asymptomatic right now in the state?
Yeah, I think, Sarah, I think it's all the 3 points that you mentioned just now. It has to do with a bit of luck. We do have almost about 20,000 people who have come into the state from, outside the country, outside from different states. And we have, made sure that we're following each and every one of them. Phone calls have been made. We've made almost close to 3 lakh calls to the parents, to the people who came in. We have a very strong monitoring mechanism, I must say, and the officers have really done a very good job at that. But apart from that, the point is that, yes, even though we monitor, if somebody is, infected, then obviously something, no matter how much we monitor, it won't help. So it's a bit of both. And yes, testing is an aspect, but we have been monitoring each one for their symptoms. And we have seen that there has not been any, major symptoms in any individual. But yes, asymptomatic cases could be there. And that's the reason why we have urged Honorable Prime Minister, and he himself has mentioned that more testing will take place in days to come. And I think that time the picture will be clearer. But we really thank God for at least, protecting our state and our people. And really, it's been a challenge. But I think society and, people have come together in this situation, which has really helped us a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Sangma. Of course, no time to let your guard down, but thank you for joining us tonight and thank you for your time.